Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about BB23 and Frenchie's eviction.
It happened. We got an episode and he was evicted and that happened and we have a new HOH. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And if you want to support us on Patreon, there's a link in the description. You can do that.
There it is. It's right there.
That's a link.
Come join us. We have a fun Discord.
And we got merch, right?
Oh, baby. We got merch.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, it's so tiny on the screen.
Yeah. Look at that. It's like a camping mug.
It's a camping mug.
It's hard to see the white.
It is.
With the lighting. But look at how adorable
Sip,
that is.
What? Anyway.
For all of your hydrating needs.
Back to this eviction episode. You guys, we did it. We made it. We made it through the week.
We made it through the week. It honestly wasn't as chaotic as I was expecting.
No.
Or as I thought it might be. I wasn't necessarily expecting Frenchie to be able to sow the same kind of chaos that he did as HOH, because people kind of had to play along when he was HOH. And this way they can just let him say his piece and then be gone. And that's kind of how the episode went. Once we got the campaign, I mean, we're starting post veto, right?
Okay.
And we're seeing Frenchie says he's going to fight, and Brittany's like, I'm going to lay low. And for Brittany, laying low means she's going to rap all week, right? So that's her strategy. And then we see Frenchie's strategy, which is basically pulling people aside for little one-on-ones. But once that happens, that's it. There's no more campaigning, and we kind of move on from that.
Yeah, I mean, the way that Julie set us up on this episode was he's got a strategy to maybe turn his game around, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like,
does he?
Well, that made it sound like we had a week of feeds of something, but we didn't.
No.
He, everyone was really open about, you done messed up, buddy. Yeah. And Brittany's not the target. No. And he kept telling us that he wasn't going to campaign next to her. Really wishes a man was sitting next to him so that he could campaign. But he still campaigned. He still had all those one-on-ones we saw.
Yeah.
I'll be loyal to you. Well, guess what? You can't tell everyone that you're going to be loyal to them. Yeah. That isn't an actual working campaign.
Right. And his talking point is basically, don't just vote with the House.
Yeah.
Do what's best for your game, which means he knows that the House is voting him out. He knows that the common sentiment is, you are chaos and we can't deal with that anymore. It's too much. And that's what everybody's kind of agreed on. And so he's trying to just chip away at that one at a time. But, it's just not super effective. You need to be able to form a coalition, a group of people who are on the same page. Okay, we're all saving Frenchie here. Okay, maybe this can be a thing, but all we really see him manage is these one-on-one conversations, and that's kind of not the way to do it.
Well, it would be helpful to come from a starting place of some sort of trust and loyalty, so that when you come to somebody and try to make a deal of sorts, which he didn't really try to make deals, he was just I'll be loyal to you, then they would go, oh, he's a man of his word. That I believe him. He'll be loyal to me. But they can't.
They can't do that.
Not.
He's exactly.
So that doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work when you're a sporadic person who doesn't stick to anything he says, even when it's his work.
Yeah. He's got nothing to fall back on here. Even loyalty. It's will you? Because you actually threw the whole Slaughterhouse Alliance under the bus earlier this week. So what does that say about your loyalty, Yeah.
And just small things like telling Alyssa she's safe and then nominating her. Just little things that just really work against you in the game of Big Brother. Yeah. So I loved that moment when he was coming down the stairs, because I did catch that on the feeds where he was like, I think I might be able. And I was like,
a shot. It's no, you don't. Sorry. You just don't.
Not even close, sir. Not even close. We got a sweet moment with Sarah Beth's kind of going through the anniversary of her dad's death. It really was tough. Just 1 year ago.
Yeah.
That's a first year anniversary.
It's hard.
That's got to be hard.
Because it's also like the culmination of, through that first year, everything's a first. It's the first birthday. It's the first holiday. It's the first parents' anniversary. Like all of those dates over the course of the year. And this is like the final first, So you're kind of moving into like a new phase of processing that loss. And so really nice to see that she's got Kylan there as like a shoulder to cry on. Yeah. Not that she's like really getting super emotional, but just to be able to share that with somebody, it must be so isolating to like be in a house with a bunch of strangers when you're dealing with that. So nice to see their, really sweet connection there.
Yeah, she and Kylan really are super close. I don't know what that bond is, but they've got a great friendship.
Is it just friends?
So far.
Okay. Just the way he had his arm around her, I was like, oh, this feels like something.
I mean, she technically has a girlfriend,
she has a girlfriend
outside of the house. So I don't think she's looking for a relationship.
Okay. So platonic friends. I love that. We need more,
yes,
friendships like that. It's okay to be intimate with your friends like that.
Mm-hmm. It could blossom into something later, but I love that it's at least right now.
Yeah.
Just seems like a really solid companionship there.
Absolutely. Yes.
Then we get Kylan doing his routine of meetings, which I liked that it got some silly music here because that's how I felt watching.
It's so silly because he meets with the aces.
Yeah.
After his power is gone. You got nothing to bargain with here. This is after
the veto. This was actually on Monday after the veto ceremony.
Yeah, and he like acknowledges that. He was like, so now that my power is gone, I just wanted to check in and make sure I'm safe. I'm like, this is not the time to be doing that. Like, you're too late. You don't have anything to offer now because you can't offer them safety net. Like, you should have done this when you could have promised them safety this week.
Yeah.
That's how you do that.
Yeah, it's interesting because he really made a point of like leading into his nominations. He didn't want to give away information. He didn't really want to do deals with people. And he just wanted to get information, which is, I mean, it sounds great. If you can,
sure,
go for it.
Yeah.
But then he sits there and he's like, so, hey, anyone want to offer me safety or make a deal? And first off, just don't say it to a whole team. All of these team meetings were just ridiculous.
Yes. And he's like, there's awkward silence.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to start. And he's like, just opening up the floor if anybody wants to say anything. So then, Derek X is like to his left, like the person, it's like, okay, we're going to go one by one. And so they all kind of say, I mean, they don't outright promise safety. They're just like, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. I don't think you need to worry.
If anyone's, especially, I mean, not that he still has power, but he is sitting in the HOH room. But even if anyone's just asking you, you just kind of nod along. Yeah. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm not coming for you.
Yeah, no.
For sure.
You are not my target.
Yeah. And I just love that Derek X was like, well, I think I proved it to you last week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you did. No more questions, okay?
Yeah.
He's loyal to you.
Yeah.
Kylan had a series of team meetings all week long, and I just didn't fully understand.
Yeah.
Because every single time a team meeting came to a close, one or two people would be like, and we'll just talk together, just us. And I'm like, yeah, because you don't tell your team everything.
Yes.
I'm going to just talk to you and give you information.
I know. I mean, the Aces meeting is the one that made the least sense to me. The Kings meeting felt a little more collaborative because the Kings and the Queens are working together at this point. So it's not so awkward. It's kind of like, okay, I'm not necessarily meeting with you to talk about like, are we good? Am I safe? It's more like, we are a group. Who are we targeting next week? So when he's meeting with the Kings, it's more like, we can go after Brittany now. Now, I am using Brittany here as the Brent Whitney showman's name, not as Brittany the individual, which I know is confusing, and that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like, their showman's name is already taken in the house.
They don't have a showman, so don't start rumors.
But they've got a duo.
Unfortunately, they've got a duo, even though Whitney is not. She has not given consent to this duo.
Well, sorry, Whitney, you're in it.
But she has been forced into a duo with him. I loved this edit because it made it look like Alyssa said Brent and Whitney. And in reality, they were telling her Brent and Whitney, and she goes, wait, they're a duo?
Right, I remember you were saying that moment.
And I was like, oh, look at this edit, making it look like it was Alyssa's idea.
Yeah, like she knows what's going on.
No. Anything else about the team meetings? I've said they're silly. That's it. Moving on.
Yeah. The thing we get after the team meetings is now Brent in the backyard, because we've heard that Brent and Whitney are now potentially going to be targeted by this group. And so we cut to Brent and Whitney. Whitney is on the hammock with, I think, Christian. Yeah. And Brent is very much like, we got to get a woman out. And I'm like, you do know that you're talking to Whitney here, right? Like, okay, cool.
He says it in front of Whitney. He says it in front of Alyssa. He says it in front of Hannah. He will say it in front of every female that a female has to go. And now 2 females in a row have to go.
I know.
He's harping on it. 2 men went out the door. So now it has to be 2 women in a row. He is telling everyone in the house, it is open. This is his goal. It has to happen.
It's got to happen. We got to have balance here, folks. Yeah. And it's like, well, you actually might be the next one.
Honestly, yeah, Brent, you should be worried about the ladies.
Yeah.
Because the ladies are coming for you. Yeah. It's true. I mean, everyone nods along. There are a few other people in the house who have repeated it, and I am concerned that it is going to be a thing this week.
Getting a woman out or getting Brent out?
I think getting the ladies out this week might be a thing with who our new HOH is.
Yeah.
Let's get to that in
might be right.
A minute here. Okay, now we're finally live.
We are.
We've got Brittany and Frenchie up in their seats.
Yeah.
Brittany's going to rap for us.
She does. We talked about this on Monday.
Yeah, you warned us it was
said,
coming.
Brittany's got a rap. And I'll say it wasn't as cringe as I was expecting.
Good. I'll say that was one of the best eviction speeches I've ever seen. And if you have a problem with it, why don't you let joy in your life? Why are you a hater?
You know, Brittany is being herself, question mark? Is that really who Brittany is?
Yes, it is. Have you seen her TikTok? It's who she is. Okay, first off, the rhyme, I'm for it. I thought it was great. I loved her energy. And I was trying to remember, there was someone who did like a rhyming eviction speech recently. Who was that? Was it 21 or 20? Who was that,
Who
David?
did that?
Because
Was it on Canada?
Were embarrassed. No, it was U.S.
It was rhyming.
It was rhyming. It wasn't quite a rap, but it was like...
It was like a poem.
It was like a poem.
Someone wrote a poem.
Was it?
Chat, help us out.
Was it Holly Beth?
No.
I feel like it was a female. Someone mentioned Brett did something rhyming.
Was it All Stars? Where someone did a poem?
Couldn't have been All Stars.
No, that's
was
too
it?
cringe. Was it Christmas?
My God.
She did a Christmas Carol. She did it. It was Christmas.
Thank you, Sue and Evett. It was last season. I just assumed it wasn't All Stars.
No, because you thought like an All-Star would know better.
I thought an All-Star would know better.
But not Christmas. Christmas does not know better.
Okay, that one was embarrassing. Okay, that one I wanted to crawl under the table and not watch. But this one landed. You guys, Brittany nailed it.
I mean, it was a lot, right? Like there were many opportunities for her to forget a line or flub a lyric.
She's a pro.
The execution was there.
No, it's choking David up.
I will say I noticed when it started, some of the house guests did this.
Yeah, well, like you, were ready to cringe, right?
Yeah, like they were like, oh, she's doing it. You know,
but at the end, they were like, yes!
She did it.
They cheered. Okay, I know it's not for everybody, but I just love, I think it's because internally this is what I do.
Your dream?
Yeah, no. Well, it's just stuff I do. Like
you rap.
I don't rap, but I turn everything into song, you know?
Yeah.
I'll be talking to you and then I'll be like, and then I sang the rest of the story to you.
Yeah, sometimes we do that when we get a super chat.
That's right.
You know, we break into song.
So I feel like I relate and I don't see the problem.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you would have been like, go Brittany.
I would have been. I was like,
yeah, girl, you got this. Number one Brittany fan.
Do I love her game? No, but I do love the rap. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. I mean, Julie was like equally impressed. She takes a seat. Frenchie gets up. Frenchie gives a very sort of vanilla speech. Like, it's just for all of the like fire and brimstone that he was raining down on the game for the past 13 days or however long. It was very like, I love this game. I would like to continue playing. I love all of you. Who knew that I could develop these relationships? Please vote to keep me.
Wait, we didn't get like a storm raining down on us?
No.
Because honestly, I missed it. I was so excited about the rap.
Yeah.
That I was like tweeting and I was on Discord, and then all of a sudden Frenchie was done talking and I totally missed it.
Yeah.
So
pretty bland.
Glad I didn't miss anything. Yeah, samesies. No memory.
Yeah.
In like a lion, out like a lamb.
Truly, yeah. And when we get to those votes, it's pretty one-sided.
Yeah. Now we knew that this was how the vote was going to be. Almost unanimous, except Derek F.
Little like
Frenchie's
sympathy vote, right?
Yeah. Yep. He got a pity vote. It was asked for by Frenchie. Yeah. He asked for it.
The one thing he asked for that he got.
And Derek was like, I'd be happy to do it.
Yes.
For you. So
you're my guy. And I don't think there's any like, there's no ill effects that are going to like, you know. No,
there won't be any blowback of like, who was the vote?
People know. And it's no big deal.
Right. If you didn't know, they'll ask and he'll tell you. Like it's not a big deal. Exactly. So his interview with Julie, I don't know. Like I wasn't sure how it was going to be. She did bring up the whole, do you regret the 2 weeks of safety, like not going for it?
Yeah.
And he said no. Because the photos of his family are the most important thing.
Okay.
Now, let's dissect that a little bit because I get it. You don't need to regret not rolling for 2 weeks of safety because in that moment, we were like, no, who's going to roll for 2 weeks of safety and give up potentially being HOH? Like, that's dumb. Don't take it. But I don't buy... Like, that's not the excuse. The pictures of your family was more important than winning $500,000, more important than being on Big Brother.
$750,000 of it.
Oh my God, I forgot what we were going for this season.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's...
If I'm his wife, I'm going to be like, just for future reference, a photo of me is not worth $750,000.
It's really not. Like,
so
if you are signing up for Big Brother, you can't have anything outside of Big Brother be more important than the game of Big Brother.
That's right.
Right?
You said it.
What am I missing here?
You're not missing
I get it. Family, spouse.
Sure.
Important.
If someone gets ill in the middle of the game,
sure.
We're not talking about that.
No.
We're talking about everything's good to go. Everything's fine at home. Nothing should be more important than going for this money.
Yeah.
It's like 3 months of your life. Come on.
It's a long time. And I get it. It's a long time. But like if you signed the papers and agreed to go, then go.
And you're a super fan. You know what you're getting into.
He's not a super fan.
Well, they still billed him as a super
it was
fan
2
on
weeks.
His way out the door. 2
whole weeks of sequester. Yeah. And he was
also,
like, give me that family photo.
I have no problem with saying, yeah, I regret not rolling for 2 weeks of safety. In hindsight, look at me now. Yeah, I regret it. Like, there's no shame in saying, like, yeah, I wish I had done that. Because here I am with you, Julie. So, yeah, I do wish I'd rolled for 2 weeks of safety. You know, like, who cares? Like, you don't have to live no regrets on everything. Like, you can be like, you got a good point, Julie. If I'd rolled for 2 weeks, I wouldn't be here. Okay, you got me. You know?
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Also, in this moment, he took the opportunity to tell us that he created change.
Sorry, I had something weird in my throat there.
Couldn't even get through it.
Bless me.
Who created that change? Get that change.
Yes, that change. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I missed it. Are we never going to see a racist Big Brother again? That was that. Y'all, Frenchie did that.
He did it. Yeah.
Never going to happen again. Yeah, there was goodbye messages. I forget. Sorry, someone asked.
Oh yeah,
but there wasn't anything exciting.
No, they were all like, "Love you, Frenchie. See you later."
Yeah.
Then we get the HOH competition.
Yes.
Good old Tom Green is back.
Tom Green
to not really host, but help out with these video packages. Now I have, I don't want to make everything about COVID. Like, people don't want to talk about it. But I was like, oh, he's just walking around without a mask. And I've heard it's not great in Canada right now, you know?
Oh, really?
But whatever.
I don't know. Everywhere is different. It's hard.
True.
It's so hard to judge. Like,
yeah.
We lost our abilities to go without masks. We got 1 month and we're back with masks. So I don't know what it is everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Super chat. And we gotta thank you. But
New song.
What song was that?
Yeah.
Hey,
tell us
you.
if you know it.
Woo, that's right.
Yes.
Yes, he was out in Ottawa doing a video, and look, we heard a lot of strategy this week about this HOH. Certain people are going to throw it, but it depends on a team also throwing it so that certain people are available to be nominated. And once I saw those booths, I was like, okay, you really got to pay attention because you can't see who's still here.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention to who you hear is out.
That's right.
You could screw this up.
Yep.
But it looked good because first round, Brent's a dum-dum.
Yeah. Brent's out. A lot of people are waiting for Brent to get out.
Honestly,
so they're like, okay.
I knew the answer to that question. The first one was so easy.
It was.
And not only Brent, but Derek,
5 people. Tiffany,
Brittany, Christian, and Tiffany. Like, what?
I know. I was shocked at that.
But anyway, great. Target's out. Brent's out. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Next round, Oz is out. Next round, no one's out. And then the next round, Claire and Whitney go out. And this is the key because Hannah and Derek X, they're waiting for Whitney. She's the last one on their team. Whitney gets out. So the next round, you see Derek X and Hannah just flipping that thing, and they're like, we got it wrong. We got it wrong. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. But I don't think that they realized, or at least I don't think X, Xavier, realized that everyone was going to throw it that round.
Yeah.
Like, everyone paid attention to Whitney was out. I don't think Xavier.
Well, because I thought
figured it out
because I missed the dance from Derek X and Hannah. So all I saw was Xavier very confidently wheel it around to false, and he's the only one on false. So I was like, oh, Xavier is throwing it here. But no, he got a little bit by everybody else. And he is surprisingly the HOH. So then he doesn't even really celebrate, you know? He's I think a pretty low-key guy, and he's not the type who's going to jump up and down and celebrate and all of that. But he walks out from behind that podium and just kind of saunters over to Kylan to get the HOH key. And normally we see a little bit more elation in these scenarios.
His face was, oh, crap. Everyone got out. I'm HOH.
Oh, that does not fit in with the game plan.
No, I was not going to win until final 5 was when I was going to win. He does not want to win, and he did not mean to get there. He doesn't know how to throw correctly. TJ, I do not believe Tiffany threw it. She has been gung-ho to possibly win it if she needed to, I'll say. There were definitely people who wanted... Ozza really wanted it. Sarah Beth really wanted it. But Tiffany was up there if she needed. So throwing it on the first question wouldn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I feel like
I agree.
That was
first question was a bit early to throw it.
Yeah. But. Derek Frazier, yes, absolutely. He knows how to throw something. Xavier should have just missed the first question. What were you doing?
Yeah. But it's interesting now because this kind of changes things, right?
It does.
It's not necessarily going to go the way we thought it was going to go. Or if
there were
most other people in the house had won, it was going to go a certain way. Now I'm not so sure. So it kind of makes freshens things up a little bit for us as viewers, you know, which is exciting because I don't think Xavier is necessarily got his bullseye on Brent the way that a lot of other people do.
Right. And that's what we need to think about here because the house has been talking about getting Brent out all week. So Twitter, the BB fandom, they're sort of ready, as soon as Brent's not available he's not going to win.
Yeah.
They're like, great, he's going up. But that is not how Xavier plays. And he's never promised anyone.
Yeah.
that he would put Brent up or vote Brent out. I mean, Xavier's really good at nodding along without giving an actual opinion.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because I want to be like, play, please.
What's your game?
Just
What's your game?
Do a little play.
Yeah.
Like a little play. So the last I heard when he actually did express an opinion was along the lines of a female has to go out first or next.
Yeah.
So when people present a Brent and Whitney option of going on the block, he leans towards Whitney being the target. Now that's confusing to me because Whitney is his cuddle buddy.
Yeah.
Like people are partnering Brent and Whitney up, but it's really Whitney and Xavier who are like this all the time. So I don't know how he would put her up. I don't know how he would put Brent up. The only person I can see him putting up is Brittany.
Yeah, because here's the thing too. His team is safe, right? So his team is Sarah Beth, Alyssa, and Christian.
Yeah.
These are the kings. So they're all safe. The kings are working with the queens, Kyland, Tiffany, Claire. That also kind of includes Derek X because he's been working with the queens. Right. So that's kind of a coalition of 8 people who are kind of off the table, right?
Yeah.
Then you've got the cookout. Okay. A lot of those people are already taken care of, but we've got Azza and Hannah who are kind of like outliers there, and Derek F as well. These people are safe because of the cookout. So it really leaves us with, if you're just thinking of like, who is Xavier working with, the people who are left out are Brent, Whitney, and Brittany. Those are the 3 options. The way I could see Brent ending up on the block, despite Xavier's own personal opinions on, you know, a woman should go or what have you, is to your point of he's not trying to show his cards this early. He's really not playing that hard. And it is, I think, decently likely that he will just do what the house wants.
Right.
So that could be how we end up with a Brent and a Whitney on the block.
Yeah. I again, I don't know how he's going to do it because he is so scared to like even say an opinion.
Yeah.
But if everyone says Brent's got to go, he can just say, sorry, dude, hands tied. Everyone came to me and said, you have to go. Like, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
That would be the only way. But like, still, how do you say to the girl that you've been cuddling with?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to put you up.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
So do you think it could be Brent and Brittany on the block? And he says, sorry, Brent, the house wanted it. And Brittany, I don't know you, and I'm not playing with you. So.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility. But we have to think about who are the people who are going to talk to him, right? The closest people to him are Kyland and Derek F. And Kyland and Derek F also want women gone next. They know that Brent's a problem. They know that Brent, you know, is a target for everybody else, but they want to try, or so far they've been like, yeah, week 4, 5.
But we need a little bit of balance here, which I don't think is the worst way to be thinking, because like, you know, I don't think we necessarily have like, there are women's alliances that are, you know, sort of operating under the surface this season, but there's not a group of 8 women working together. It's not like this overarching women's alliance, but that is something you have to think about, because if you start to tick down to, okay, now we're at 4 guys and 8 women, the women take a look at that and they're like, well, let's just peel off the rest of them. And then may the best woman win. Like that, you know, you do have to think about that possibility. So, you know, I think that's why we've got Kyland, Derek F, and Xavier thinking this way.
Now he's also close to Tiffany, Azza, Claire. Like he's got these other close relationships, not as close as Kyland and Derek F, but he's got other close relationships who will harp and harp and harp on Brent.
That's right.
But like Tiffany's delicate, Claire's delicate. They don't go in on has to be Brent. You have to do this. They will give selling points to Brent. Yeah. But they will also hear you out and go, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see how
that's the strength of their game. Truly, is not pushing too hard. I mean, Tiffany was pretty aggressive, I will say, about Frenchie with Kyland. You know, she was like, "Frenchie's gotta go," But
she also said Brent's got to go. Like that wasn't even her pitch.
She was more aggressive separate from Kyland, right? Like she was more aggressive in conversations with Oz, talking about like Frenchie's got to go, you know, but when it comes down to like actually persuading the person that it matters to persuade, she has a lot of tact, you know, she's very careful in those conversations. So I think you're right that we'll see Tiffany campaign to get Brent on the block, but she's not going to like do it at the risk of her own overall game.
She's not going to like take over his HOH. Okay, yes, someone brought up the wild card comp, and let's talk about this because this was a bit cryptic here. Julie says, another wild card comp shakes up the game, and another risky wild card decision could create dissent amongst all the teams and throw a monkey wrench in Xavier's nomination plans. Now, at face value, you could be like, well, yeah, if someone won safety that he wanted to target, that throws a monkey wrench in their plans. That's nothing different than the wild card comp has already been.
Yeah.
Are you just being dramatic, or is something really going to create dissent amongst the teams?
Right. Is it like team shakeup? Because we, you know, Sarah Beth's option was swap places with one person on a team. Maybe they're taking that to the next level. Swap up all the teams, you know, or something. I don't know.
Right.
You know?
Well, Brent can't play for wild card comp. So that bodes well for getting him up, because even if Xavier's like, okay, maybe Brittany, maybe Whitney, maybe Brent, and then like one of them wins safety, like Brittany could play.
Yeah.
I think Whitney can play. She hasn't played yet.
Yeah.
So if they know that they should play, if it's fate, I don't know, but like maybe then his hand is forced and he puts up Brent.
Yeah. Or maybe with this wild card decision, maybe they're picking safety for people from other teams and not from their team, right? Like when Christian spun the wheel, it was how many people from your team are going to be safe. Maybe this wild card winner gets to pick like one person from each team or something. And then there's, you know, unhappiness there. But that will be interesting to see how that plays out. Now, remind me, does the wild card competition go as long as the teams are in effect, or are they unrelated? Like the timing could be different for both of those.
I don't think we've been told for sure, but we are assuming.
Okay.
But we have not been told for sure. Okay. I'm assuming it goes with the teams.
Got it.
That would be interesting if it lasts longer.
Yeah.
Not sure about that. But this is interesting. I think it's hilarious that Xavier accidentally won. I think that we had like an almost set week, and then we got like the one. There was probably only a few people that would have won to make it like, I don't know, this is different. And we got it.
Yeah.
So this will be, I will be interested to see who Xavier listens to. The feeds are back, but it looks like he doesn't want to do game talks tonight. Yeah. He wants to save them for tomorrow. So we'll see what those are.
Yeah. I'm interested just because like, I don't think Xavier's, like I said, going to do anything to like make waves in the house. Like, I think he's going to go with what the majority wants here, but I'm just excited. There's a reason to pay attention now. Yeah. You know, it's not so predictable of like, okay, well, we can kind of like take this week off of like really paying attention because it's probably just gonna be Brett. Like now we gotta pay a little closer attention to these feeds here and these conversations and who really is Xavier listening to. And I'm just thrilled because Xavier's on my draft team and now he's got those points.
David gets some points
for the HOH.
Well, you needed them. I'm not gonna lie.
I did.
So. Who had Frenchie? Oh, Busy had Frenchie.
He did.
Sorry for your loss.
Sorry for that.
Busy.
Yeah, we feel really bad.
My points are doing just fine.
Yeah, you're in the lead with. So. Is it with Busy?
I think it's with Busy.
Yeah, he's still doing okay.
Because Frenchie was a good point person for 1 week.
Yeah.
But that's that about that. Okay, you guys. Fun first 2 weeks.
Truly.
Still loving this cast.
Same.
Still loving this season.
Yeah, I think that this, I mean, knock wood, I hate, to look too far ahead, but I just still see so much potential with this cast. Like, it doesn't feel like it's going to start and flame out. Like, there are just really good characters here. There's really interesting dynamics. It's not, the Slaughterhouse is like done basically now. So that big week 1 alliance did not make it, thank God. And we're sort of like recalibrating here. The Cookout Yes, I agree. I think that alliance is holding strong, but even that, they aren't necessarily like we're the final six, you know, like they're talking about like, okay, we're here now, but like eventually they have like final deals with other people, right? Like Tiffany has like a final five with, I think, Claire and Sarah Beth or something, you know, like they're definitely working with other people. It's not,
there's such great little trios and 4 to 5 here that we just recently this week got. The Royal Flush is what I last heard it was. Did it change to something else? But that's the one we talked about earlier with the Kings and the Queens plus Derek X. Lots of different little alliances, which that works for me because you can't keep those strong a whole season. So, Kristen Roach, is it your birthday? Yes, you may get a shout out. Happy birthday.
Happy
Are
birthday,
you a
Kristen.
Leo? I believe we're in the Leo season.
I believe it's Leo season. I think it might have started today.
Someone else's season.
Yeah, I'm coming up. Less than a week.
Get coming up. It's gonna be his birthday. See, you guys don't make fun of me for just singing.
No, that feels true to you.
Yeah,
I guess rapping is true to Brittany.
Okay. And yes, also thank you for that. You guys, we love all of you who join us live in the chat. You make it so fun to keep us on our toes. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Oh, you're still a Cancer.
Still a Cancer.
Not quite into Leo. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. No. Well, sweet, sweet girl.
Yes. Yes, we love you joining us live. If you're joining us later, like we always say, we love you too. But leave us a comment.
We do.
Leave us a comment and tell us what you're thinking so that we can, engage with you that way. We love engaging with the chat. We love engaging with the comments. So let us know what you think and what you think Xavier's plans are. Are you sad to see Frenchie go? Et cetera.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
If you are. And I'll be back tomorrow for whatever these HOH 101s. I will do a live feed, a recap tomorrow afternoon. So subscribe, get the bell notifications so you don't miss it.
All that good stuff.
All right, we'll see you then.
Bye.